Yeah. Well, we're live.
It's
live?
going here in a minute.
Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? Are we there yet?
Live yet, David.
Are we live?
Are we there yet?
We live?
You are there now.
Are we there yet, or are we still 20 minutes out? That's what I told my kids the whole time they were growing up. They'd ask, "Are we there yet?" or "How long is it going to take to get there?" I'd say 20 minutes. Or they'd ask how far it is, Ben, and I'd say 20 miles.
It's right around the corner.
So the other day I asked my wife, I said, "How long till dinner?" She said 20 minutes. I go, I laughed. It's the family joke around my house. So, before we dig into it, what about that Norman Powell?
Norman Powell?
Yeah.
Do tell.
Well, I think, he showed up in a big way in game 5 or game 4.
Norman Powell. We're talking about basketball.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, duh, look at your shirt.
Yeah. God.
So
you just totally do.
So we're all watching the game, of course, right before this, and thankfully it's halftime, and we cut an 18-point deficit down to 3 in Game 5 of the playoffs of Trailblazers and the Nuggets in Denver tonight. So big game.
Yeah, 3J McCollum, really stepped up, and they all stepped up. It was great. That was a great.
Yeah, it was. Well, we waxed them. We were ahead by 30 at one point. I think the final was 20 points, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was such a great game. And then now here we are, ready to put them away.
Yeah, and what we really need is we need if we go to games, we need freedom. We need a Moda Center full of fans, Ben. And
naked
I'll tell you what.
20,000 naked faces breathing.
Naked faces, yeah.
Spitting and yelling and all over each other. That's what we need.
And this governor has started a Cold War, a COVID Cold War.
Yeah.
And she's single-handedly waging this war in a country where most every other, even totalitarian type liberal leftist Democrat governors have all but given up. We're 4 million people out of 330 million people that are probably the most locked down in the whole freaking country.
Yeah, man, it's easy to do when you're governing a bunch of sheep.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. My son, my first grade son, I don't want to call anybody out by name, but he plays baseball. And 2 Saturdays ago, a kid tested positive for COVID, maybe. Because you know how the test, they're kind of 50-50 whether they're positive or negative.
Yeah.
You got COVID. Kid test positive. They no baseball for 2 weeks. Outdoors, granted. And then today I email him and I said, hey, are the kids, because it's going to be 90 degrees tomorrow, 92 degrees in Portland tomorrow. Are the kids wearing masks still in the games outside? And he goes, well, yeah, thank God, because there was a kid with COVID 2 weeks ago. He would have infected everybody. And I'm like, do people who are in charge of our kids, even for a few hours a day, they don't understand the science that the CDC even comes out. You cannot spread COVID outside. You just can't. And they're kids, they're first graders. And instead, they're going to mask them up in 90-degree heat in a baseball diamond for a 2-hour baseball game. It's crazy to me.
Yeah, it is crazy, and that's why we're here. We're going to stop this. We're going to stop this at the county level. We're going to stop this at the city level. We're going to stop it for most of Oregon, because most of Oregon does not walk in line with the one-party rule that we have in Salem. And so what we're doing, this Stand for Freedom project, is we're collecting signatures in support of bringing a resolution and an ordinance before county commissions and city councils that will give city and county employees, law enforcement, whoever works for those cities or counties, the tools to say no, to just say no to this crap, because businesses can't handle it, we can't handle it, the kids can't handle it. It's just absolutely not right.
It's not right. And the crazy thing is it's all despite the science. It's despite the science. And even the CDC. Did you hear this? Oh my gosh. So last week, the federal government, it was I can't remember the name of it was a congressman who was interviewing the leaders of the NIH and the CDC, and they asked him point blank, right there. It was on C-SPAN. It was right there. They said, "What percentage of your organizations have been vaccinated or not vaccinated?" And every single one of them said it was just under 50% that have not been vaccinated. So, like 47% of the staff that works at the CDC won't get the poke. They won't get it.
Yeah.
And the NIH that Dr. Fauci runs, they won't get it. And they know that they know the science. They know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, and numbers are still decreasing. Hospitalizations are decreasing. Deaths have fallen off all the way across the country, including states that don't have any lockdowns or restrictions or masks or any of that crap. And it's ridiculous that Oregon, is hanging this over our head, and we know it's not going to stop.
It's not going to stop. It's despite the science. It's not going to stop.
Yeah, well, people ask me, they go, what about this petition and this resolution and this ordinance that you're pushing here? What happens when Kate Brown, says, okay, we're done with all the crap? Well, we'll be done with the crap until the next round of crap, and we're going to preempt that.
Totally.
And
what are you going to do about the OSHA mandate? I mean, even I walk into Safeway right here in Washington County where everybody's wearing a mask. I'm the only person this afternoon in the whole entire grocery store without a mask. No one says a word to me, but I'm the only one, but all the employees have to wear it, right? So what they've done, I mean, masks are not safe. They're not good. You're not supposed to cover your face, and the mask, no matter what, even in a day's wear or half day's wear, all the bacteria from your mouth gets on that mask and you breathe it back in. And these employees are actually at risk of having oral problems with their teeth, problems with their gums, problems with their mouths. Long-term mask wearing is also reducing your oxygen levels in your body, even at rest, not just exercising, but at rest. So the OSHA, the body that's supposed to keep employees safe and workers safe, has created something that actually gets workers to be unsafe. And the only way to stop it is to adopt an ordinance in the county level that says, no, we're not going to do this. We're not going to put up with this crap anymore. We're not going to. And oh my God, did you see the video on Instagram from the Oregon House Republicans about Dr. Dean, Dr. Dean Seidlinger, whoever, the state epidemiologist for the state of Oregon? Did you see that?
the pediatrician?
No, the epidemiologist. He's in charge of the pandemic.
Right, and he's a pediatrician, not an epidemiologist.
He's not a board-certified epidemiologist, and the director of the Oregon Health Authority is an insurance salesman. He's not even a doctor.
He's an insurance salesman.
Economist. The dude, he's like, with my calculations, we could destroy the economy using COVID-19 regulations in just about 7 to 8 minutes.
Yeah. So what kind of science is this?
Political science.
It's political science, and you heard it here first on this show from the mouth of Ben Edtl. This is not a health emergency any longer.
It's an economic one.
It's a huge economic. I mean, you lost your business, and 1,000 people in Oregon have already lost theirs. Yeah. We don't even really know the real numbers on that. It's not like the mainstream media is keeping a running tally. Of the death of business in the Oregon. I mean, if they had any kind of integrity, they would probably scour everything and go, wow, look, another business is closed. Maybe we should do something about this. But,
that was their
the mainstream media just runs interference.
Yeah. And here's the thing. You can't trust what a politician says. I don't care let's say someday I'm a politician, which I'm certainly not looking like one today. But I'll tell you right now, you cannot trust what any politician says. You have to look at what they do. And if they do it over and over and they get the same results, it's because that's their intent. It's their intent. Obviously, hello. Yeah.
So we're tied up. Just wanted to point that out to you. Oh, you got the game on too? You got the game on too?
Right now it's on a commercial break. I'm in the office man cave. I'm like, if I look over every once in a while, I'm just checking.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm doing too. I'm checking down here, but I'm getting the running commentary from my daughter, who is a Blazer fan. We spent some time together in the 2019 playoff season at games, and it was a lot of fun. You know, it was. And speaking of the NBA, I mean, I think it was Dame that said that he doesn't know where this this rude and lewd and behavior that's coming from NBA fans. He doesn't know where it's going to lead, and it's like, dude, you guys have been tacitly supporting this whole thing for a long time. Guess what?
Doing this?
The chickens are coming home to roost, man. Someone's got to sit on those eggs. Those eggs are going to hatch, and you're going to have a bunch of people with guns outside your stadium. Now, in 2019, it was cool. I mean, even I was there for the last game of the postseason, right? And even that game was cool. Nobody was getting assaulted outside. There's nobody yelling at people, and I don't know.
We had police.
The whole state has just turned into it just seems like an absolute nightmare these days, and that's that's the other thing we need to address. We need to be able to we need to make sure that cities and counties have the tools in the form of a resolution and ordinance to deal with all of this junk, because again, it's not going to stop with COVID. The next thing it's going to be is the governor will exercise her broad and almost unlimited powers under ORS 179, which is a energy emergency. I mean, I can almost guarantee you that's going to be the next thing.
Tyrants, they don't just give their power back once they become a tyrant. Why would they do that?
No, liberty lost is never regained. You have to take it. I mean, you can vote. You can vote your way into this crap, but you're going to have to at least figuratively shoot your way out of it. And if we don't do something at the local level, then people are running out of options. You can't get any relief from the legislature. You can't get any relief from the executive branch, and you can't get any relief from the courts. People run out of options, and pretty soon you're going to be refreshing the tree of liberty. And we'd like to, in deference to the millions of people who fought and died to keep our Constitution what it is, we'd sure like to exhaust all possible efforts before we have to reach that point.
Exactly, but the founders of this country gave that option, and they gave it specifically one after another. You have the right to assemble, you have the right to a free press, you have the right to free speech, you have the right to free religion, and after that, you got the right to bear arms. And you have the
right to dispose of your government. If need be. I mean, that's how the country was founded. It was founded by the abolishment of a distant and disinterested government. And even for those of us that live just 15 minutes out of Salem, Salem has become a distant and disinterested government. I mean, they just don't care. And this one-party rule that we have, is just not giving any relief whatsoever. Everybody's rubber stamping it. All of the Democrat, this is a nonpartisan petition, but really all of the Democrat legislators have abdicated their responsibilities as representatives and have rubber stamped the governor's orders. And it's sad that people have to rise up, but people do have to rise up.
And we all got to rise up. Democrats and Republicans, independents, non-affiliated, libertarians, we have to rise up. And the best way to peacefully dispose of our government, which we want to do. Let's throw it in the dumpster, the garbage disposal. Let's get it out of here. The fastest way to do that right now, and the only way to do that right now peacefully, is the Stand for Freedom Project. Your signatures are power. And so we have to get those signatures, and we got to get the information so that we can call on showing up to these boards, these commissions, and the city councils that we're going to take this thing to. We already have numerous counties and towns and cities, small cities and towns picking this up, and that's how you do it. You tell the state, screw you. And when a local municipality or a local county does that, the state can't do anything. They can't do anything. But what are they going to do? Send the National Guard in and start shooting? The Boston Massacre, bring it on.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it started last time. So
that's right. They said we're done paying your taxes, no taxation without representation, threw the tea in the harbor, and Then it happened again with that 1% tax on whiskey. That's right.
The whiskey rebellion. Yeah.
The whiskey rebellion.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, and there's more taxes coming out of Salem.
Didn't Salem tax whiskey recently? Didn't they do a tax on alcohol, a new alcohol tax?
There was a huge increase in alcohol tax, at least
Yeah.
proposed. I don't know if it passed.
Okay. Maybe it's still working in the House.
You know, you and I fortunately don't have a dog in that fight, even though we will. You know,
but I still care for those that do.
I do too. I
was like, I look at my wife and I go, "You didn't finish that." She's like, "I'm done." No, you're not.
Alcohol abuse.
Totally.
So you've got some events coming up, Ben. You want to clue our?
So yeah, the Oregonians for USA and West Coast Wake Up, and Free Oregon's sort of getting involved a little bit now to help out as well, and a whole bunch of groups are putting together this. The seven city take our state back rally series. We're going to 7 cities. This last Saturday we were at Happy Valley. It was a great event. It was great live talks and a big, huge, beautiful flag wave, and man, it was so much fun. And then this Saturday is in Redmond City Hall for Deschutes County. Ben Redmond, but we're in Redmond City Hall on Saturday at 11 is when things started to kick off. And man, let's get big crowds. We get these big crowds out and we get some great photos and great videos and just great times, great memories and new connections. You got to connect with each other, Conservatives in this state, if you're in the metro area, if you're outside the metro area, it's a lot different. But if you're in the metro areas, when you're a conservative, sometimes you feel like you're all alone. You're not all alone. You are not alone. It's okay. You have friends. Come join us on Saturday in Redmond.
So Happy Valley is in the metro area, and you guys filled up every signature sheet that you had, right, for the petition?
Making it rain, baby. Making it rain.
Yeah. Cool. So you're going to
next time.
So you're going to Bend. I think. Where else are you going?
And then after that, I thought it was Pendleton, but I just heard right before this show, and I didn't even know, but it got switched week after next to Eugene. Fair enough. We should do an 8-week and make sure Pendleton gets some attention, man. I'll go out to Pendleton myself and give a talk and set up a rally. Be happy to do that. Anybody from Pendleton wants that to happen, you let us know. We'll do a Free Oregon rally out in Pendleton. But
I'll go. Hey, I'll go with you. I'll go with you. Pendleton's a great town.
It'll be a Restore and Free Oregon Now rally.
There you go. Yeah, I'm sure we can make it work.
I say we can do that. And then, but if you go to freeoregon.us, we got the whole list of all the stops for the next 7 weeks. And I'm personally going to be at every single one of them. And I do a little talk from the heart, 7 to 10 minute talk from the heart. And I really enjoy that. I really enjoy the crowd and the energy, and I love firing people up. We got to get fired up.
Good. Well, you can find us at freeoregon.us. You can find us at Stop the Abuse. RestoreOregonNow.org. I think we changed that. So if you go to either one of those, you can sign this petition online. So go grab that link from Free Oregon. Go grab that freeoregon.us. Go grab that link from Oregon, RestoreOregonNow.org. Post it on all your social media sites, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook, your everything. Send it out to everybody in your email list, and let's get as many signatures as we can, showing support at the county and the city level for just saying no to the governor's overreach. That's what we need to do. More signatures, more better. The more people, the more that a county commission or a city council sees support, the more likely they are to adopt this resolution and pass an ordinance. So I'll give you the last word, Ben.
Sign it and send it, baby. Sign it. Send.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, David. Good to see you.
Go Blazers.
Go Blazers. Rip City.